Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Packers, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwogunam. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from the 20. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
On first down, here's Franks. Going right side, he finds Slayton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Franks. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Now Franks. And the Raiders have got him. Cameron Hayward. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Franks now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Franks looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Franks will throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
75 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Love. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 67 yards. Running on first down, Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. Franks. And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run once more with Taylor. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 82 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. third down. Here's Taylor. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First down, going to the air with Love. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Love. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Franks now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Love. He'll buy some time right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers 17. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. On the handoff, Taylor. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Taylor flexing his muscle again. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Back to throw again.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From the 10.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Jamal Perry there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
171 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Taylor to about the 40-yard line.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Running left, Taylor.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Taylor. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Herb Smith Jr., 45 yards.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From the 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we've got free football, 4 quarters done.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Well, things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Eckler is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Franks. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Trayvon Walker with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have regained the lead.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Nervous time now. Moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's 3rd down. What can Love do in the OT? Connecting with Johnson.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense.
They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Zadarius Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Anything short of a 1st down ends this ball game. Here's 4th down. On 4th down, Love escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Some big-time drama as the game continues. They had to have that 4th down conversion. They made it work.
And you and I have both seen play callers' play sheets, right? And a lot of them look like, menus at restaurants. They always have a special section for those plays when you absolutely have to have a 1st down, a touch.
And it's caught! Touchdown! They win the Super Bowl!
A great game, Carter. Spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
And how about this? Viva Las Vegas! The Las Vegas Raiders on top of the football world as they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.